Hey Tugger Brothers, hey friends, family. Guys, if you're joining me from Facebook, welcome. You guys already know me. If you're joining me from Snapchat, guys, welcome. Appreciate that. If you're joining me from Instagram, I appreciate that. If you're joining me from TikTok, I appreciate that. Guys, this is where we do all of our content, okay? Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to discuss the history and how I got to be here, okay? As you can see back here, I have a couple of colors, orange and green. We'll get to those later, okay? I'm going to tell you how I got here, because it's a pretty interesting story, okay? And guys, in another video, I'm going to show you guys what it's like to be who I am and what I do. So I would like to and encourage you guys to take a sheet of notebook paper or an index card, write down some questions for me. And in this video, drop some questions that you would like to ask me. Keep in mind, they have to be public, they have to be clear, they have to be appropriate, and they have to be consistent, okay? All the others, I'm going to end up throwing away, and I'm going to end up deleting, so don't waste your time, okay? Let's keep it clean, let's keep it professional. Thank you, guys. Alright, anyway, let's get on with it. So, backtrack here a little bit. It's about 2014, and I'm working for a company. I have a blue vest on. It's in a star pattern, and the store was like navy blue, had a big old sign on it. It said WALMART. You got it, Walmart. Sam Walton, okay, the Walton family, okay, who also owns Sam's Club. I don't know if you guys know that, but anyway. So I'm working for this store. I'm with a guy. I have a printer the size of this calculator, okay? It's attached to my hip just like this. It's kind of like swinging so I can work properly. Guys, it's about as thick as 3 or 4 of these, so we're talking about this thick. And it's just there for me, ready to print out labels for the shelves, okay? And I got my device, my scanning device, okay? Now, while that's in action, I'm running around trying to stock items on the shelf, and this guy comes over and says, come here. No, come here. You're doing a good job. Keep this up. So I said, oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that. So things go by, I go by, and I go by, and I go by, and I'm working, grabbing my paycheck, going out, grabbing my paycheck. A couple weeks pass by, and it comes to a point where one of the guys approaches me and he says, psst, come here. I need your help. I have a huge pallet in the back, and I need you to help me, put these on the shelf. Let's see what you can do. So I said, come on back with me. I said, sure. I was in pretty much a tie. I had my vest. I was all professional. I was clean cut. I was a good boy. So I said, sure, come on. So we went back in the back. We went back in the back room. We opened up the back room doors, and I went around to the cooler. We opened up the cooler. Before we even opened up the cooler, that was the pallet that was sitting right there. It was dairy. So like, oh, we need to get that out now. Get these cold. So we ended up taking that pallet straight off the floor, and we just started stocking like crazy. The yogurts, the cheese, the other dairy supplies, the hams, the meats, all that good stuff. We got down to about 1/7 of the pallet left. I mean, guys, we're talking a full pallet that was just left there, okay? We knocked all that out. He was so impressed that he said, tomorrow, I'm going to test you on this department. I'm going to pull you from your section, and you're going to work with me one-on-one. I said, yes, my time is coming. Or so I thought. Foreshadow. So I ended up working with him for a while, and he was like, dude, you know what you're doing. You know how to write labels. You know how to stick labels on there. You know how to bin in the back. You know how to organize and sort all the products so we can pull them from the back and stock them on the sales floor. You know how to run a team. You know how to efficiently talk to your coworkers and all that good stuff. I like you. Matter of fact, I'm going to go talk to the manager right now, the GM, the store manager, and all the assistant managers, and we're going to promote you. Just keep your cool. So, a couple days pass, and I'm like, okay, kind of antsy, but I'm keeping my head focused. I'm doing my work, and I'm going home, clocking out, going to sleep, getting up the next day, going into work. Okay, it was about a 15-minute drive. It was great. I loved it. So one day I come in, and he said, Don't even go to your assigned area. Come on back. Let's go. We're gonna grab you your vest. We're gonna get you a new tool. We're gonna get you a new login. We're gonna get you a new assigned area. They're gonna put you in the system right now. Upgrade you. You're golden. I want you. You're hired. You're on the team. Yes, I did it. I finally made my promotion that I worked my tail off for. Okay, let's skedaddle way back before then. I had worked for several retailers in grocery stores, for electronic retailers, fast food retailers. By fast food, I mean like food stuff. I had worked in Firehouse Subs and stuff like that. Okay. And I had also served before then, like IHOP and Longhorn Steak and Austin Grill, which is no longer a franchise. They've closed their doors. But you guys can read on the history and that later. Matter of fact, in my other channel, I'll talk about some of that stuff and how I came to be on that channel. Excuse my hiccups, guys. I'm sorry. I wonder if there's a phobia of hiccups. I'll have to find that out on YouTube. But anyways, guys, enough of that yip yap. You guys want to stay focused, right? Okay. Let's go forward a little bit, okay? So I studied real hard. I got it. And I started working alongside with another guy that was over in the sports and, workout in the gym area, okay? In the fishing area. I said, come on. And so him and I started talking. It was a really cool, chill dude. I liked him a lot. We got real close, real quick, pretty tight. And it came to one day where I was so efficient at my job that I actually got sent to a store by my house, which is located in Tysons, Virginia, okay? And they needed me to do what's called a store reset, okay? Basically what happens is, you know what? Let's pause that real quick. That happens after this. So let's go ahead and backtrack this real quick. Alright, guys, I know this is a long story, but everything here happened for a reason, so I want to show you all the details that led up to this position and this spot, okay? So, I got my promotion, I'm working, and then I get notified that there's a new store that needs to be opened. Brand new, fresh in the city, in the area, okay? And in South Riding, which is by Dulles Airport, Virginia. I'm on it, let's go. I got my best button-down shirt, ironed, got my best tie, got my best look, became a clean-shaven boy. And by clean-shaven, I mean I, cut it up tight, looked good, got it all squared off, everything, guys. I was clean cut. I was ready. First 3 days, we set all up the floor stuff. We got all the products ready. We got everything down. And I was in charge of the frozen area, okay? So they put me in charge of that. And then what they ended up doing was we ended up taking care of all that. And then after we did that, we did all the fixtures. All the fixtures were on the other part of the store, okay? It was time for the grand opening. We hit it off. They liked it. And they said, okay, we like you so much that we want to promote you on the spot to a department head of one of our areas. And it would be frozen and dairy. And I said, okay, I'm down. So they did that, and I basically transferred my work area to one store to this store, okay? So now I'm moving whole stores. So I went from a 15-minute commute to a 35-minute commute, maybe 40, okay? A little bit of a hike, but worth it, because I'm going from a neighborhood-sized store to a super-sized store. That's like going from a small little mom-and-pop shop to a huge franchise restaurant, okay? Big responsibilities, big name, big brand, all eyes on you, basically, okay? So then what happened was I went out and I did that for a while, and I liked it, and then I got promoted into the lawn and garden section, which was huge. I was working alongside a couple other guys, and the guy from my home store came to visit us and did a couple of shifts with us, and he really liked it, and we connected even more. And then I went back home to my home store, okay, which was back in my home area, okay. And then I basically was like, okay, we want to make you in control of this whole area, in charge of not 1, not 4, but 7 sections. Can you handle it? I said, absolutely, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, sign me up. You're done, you're hired. So I was in charge of the frozen and dairy, the deli, the seafood, the bakery, what else? Frozen, and something else. I can't remember what the other section was. Oh, and it was the checkout items, because that's technically part of that section in the responsibility. Like all the candy bars and all that stuff, so that was my responsibility. Okay. So then I went back to my store, and then I found that same guy, and he said, you know, hey, we're gonna need to go to Tyson's again, but this time we need to rearrange all these shelves, okay? And we need to basically make the store brand new, okay? It's been around for a while, but we're gonna move the merchandise all around. We're gonna move this stuff from here over here. We're gonna move stuff from here over here. And the stuff from here over there. And stuff over here back over here. And stuff here to here and here to there. You got them going? A whole mess. It took weeks. Okay, it was about 3 weeks basically. Now, one day it was break time, and we did this during the late shift into the overnight shift. So he came and said, "Come here," and I said, "Okay, I'm losing my lunchtime here. You know what? I gotta eat. You know what's going on? Let's go." You know, he said, "Have you ever thought about working to fly?" Not really. I'd love to fly. I love traveling. I love taking off and landing in an airplane. Why don't you come, work the airport? I go, you gotta have high clearance for that. You gotta have clean record. You gotta have all this and that and this and that. There's no way. Nope, not even gonna try it. Oh man, come on. Go check out ads on the internet. You can go apply for, places. They'll hire you, I promise. You good, man. Me? No way. What do you think I did? That same night, I went home, I applied, and I waited. I went there, and I did that. Sure enough, it was like my 3rd week before I was about to give up. We want to hire you. Are you kidding me? Me? I barely have any history. I barely have any security clearance. I barely have any record on me, any good files, any good reports. I have nothing. This has got to be baloney. Got on my interview stuff. I went to this location up at Dulles by the airport, and I went in for the interview, and I was blown away. So I had this interview with a company you guys might have heard. It's actually based in Switzerland, and you guys may have caught on already. You guys, it's in the shape of a cross, okay? And it's red and white. Let's see if you can guess it before I get my vest. Okay? That's right. I worked for a company known as Swissport. Okay? Swissport was where I started my career. Okay? Now, guys, it's reflecting because this is reflective stripping, as you guys can see. Okay? It's actually like gray from my point of view, but it's white because it's reflecting. So I started working with Swissport, and I started my first day, and I was in the baggage makeup area. We started loading bags, and I started loading that. And then this was for the mainline carriers, guys. And we're talking about Turkish Airlines, KLM, Etihad, Saudi Arabia, Lufthansa, and it's not Lufthansa, it's Lufthansa. We also have Emirates, we have Ethiopia, we've got Qatar, we have Avianca. What are some other ones that were there at the time? according to, so Fast Track today, some of these accounts got moved to different contractors, but at the time, Swissport, okay, that's the logo, okay, Swissport was my contractor, okay. Now, what is a contractor? So a contractor is a company you work for that signs a contract, hence the word contractor, stating, I will do the work for you under condition A, B, C, and D, okay? And in return, the contractee, the people giving us the work, says if you don't meet conditions A, B, C, and D, you will no longer have a contract, meaning you won't have any work. So you can see where I'm kind of concerned here. I'm thinking, well, I hope I have a job. I hope I have a job. So things were kind of tight. I was a little bit worried. My first crew, I was on the KLM crew, and I worked with about 3 or 4 other guys, and we all had the same team each and every day. Now, the day I got picked to work and the schedule I got, it was from 1500, 3 p.m. military, to 00 hours, 12 o'clock midnight, 3 to 12. Okay, it was great. I was always up at night. I was always active. Those are the days and times I love to work. Okay, we worked KLM in, KLM out, 651, 652. Okay, then we went and turned and set up for Turkish Airlines. We worked Turkish in. We had a bit of a 2-hour break because of our schedule, and then we started Turkish out. So we did Turkish 007 in, and then we did Turkish 008 out. Okay, so typically I would clock in, I would go right to work, right on my vest. Okay, at the time, guys, I had a vest this color. Okay, not this color. I'll explain in a little bit. Stay with me. Okay, it was this color, right? So picture this logo on this vest. Okay, all right. So I ended up working for a while with them with that colored vest, and then I was like, I'm getting to learn how to do the dollies, how to do the LD7s, the big ones, the big pallet size ones, offloading pallets, offloading containers, offloading manual bags from the manual pit, all that good stuff. Okay, day in, day out, in the rain, in the snow, in the sleet, in the storms, everything. Okay, rain, sleet, all that, day, night, what have you. Okay, weekends, weekdays, holidays, you name it, guys. Yes, I had to work Christmas Day one year, but we'll get to that. So got to one thing. Now, I didn't really have a whole lot of responsibilities my first crew, and I felt like I was undervalued. Okay, now, God bless, and I appreciate the understanding of our team, but my first lead wasn't a very good lead because they weren't trusting of us. All I was told to do was offload the pit and to just take the containers and go run the bags. Grab it from the pit, go run the bags. That was it. Nothing else. Didn't marshal, didn't push, didn't connect ground power, didn't connect PC air, didn't do nothing. Okay, second crew. This was a 2 to 10:30 crew. Different schedule, but now I'm learning different contracts. So when I first clocked in, we did, trying to remember, we did Qatar, we did Virgin Atlantic, we did, no, I'm sorry guys, we did Saudi departure, okay, was around at 2 o'clock, we started at 2 for a 5 o'clock departure, okay, then we went and we helped, Qatar, and then after we did Qatar, we ended up going to do Frankfurt, Germany, which was from Lufthansa, okay? And then we did the 418 to 419 departure, okay? It was a quick turn, but it was a turn. So we did arrival, and then we did the departure. We did the arrival, I took a break, and then I did the departure, okay? But I started learning how to chalk. I started learning how to connect ground power. I started learning how to connect PC air, okay? So I learned some skills, and I appreciated the guy, and he taught me this and taught me that, and he pretty much walked me through it, and he said, okay, go get these from the freight house, okay? These pallets, these containers, there's 4 of them in a string, okay? That's how we do it. We run strings of 4 pallets, or dollies, okay? Go get the string of 4 dollies over from the freight house. Yes, sir. So I drove my tug over to go get it connected. I grabbed them, and we did that for days and days and days and days and days. And I said, I understand you. With all due respect, I think I deserve more. I want to learn more, and you're just not letting me do this. Okay? It's nothing personal, but I need to learn more so that I can get to where I want to be and would like to be. Okay? I don't need to be a master. I just want to learn more skills so I can be more effective and more useful. I went to HR and my company, and I said, please pull me off of this team and put me on another team. This is my 3rd team now, guys. Okay? So I went through 3 teams already. 3rd team, it was from 1 o'clock until 10:30. Okay? Same shift, just an hour earlier. Okay? And this was to compensate for the arrivals at 2:30. So we could be there to do the stuff and collect all the equipment. Okay? I met a guy there, was absolutely the nicest, sweetest guy ever. He taught me a whole lot from day one. He said, okay, first of all, we're going to teach you how to connect this ground power. Come show you how to connect this cable. So he showed me how to connect ground power cable. Skill number 1, check. Now, go connect the PC air. Check. All right? Now, here's the thing. You're going to take these dollies and you're going to move them around, okay? We're going to offload this. I need to do this in a hurry because I got to set up for the next one, which is going to be a quick turn, okay? A quick turn, guys, is an in and out, on the block, off the block, in 20 minutes or less. Talk about quick time, quick turn, okay? So it goes from a quick turn into pretty much a steady speed. So I'm going nothing but non-stop all day. So we ran the bags over to the baggage area. We dropped them off. We offloaded them. They got them to the claim area for the customers to go pick them up. Okay. And then after we ended up doing that, we had to go get all the stuff set up. Now, back when I was working for these guys, we had the A380 and the 777-200. Okay. You guys can look these up, but the 777-200 is the shorter version of the 300, which you can see on my reviews. Go check out my review on the 300. Okay, it's just a little bit shorter. Okay, and so we did the arrival on that, and let me tell you, this thing is huge, huge. You see me? I'm 5'3". Imagine 1, 2.5. That's how high it is from the ground to the bottom of the belly of the 380. This thing is massive. Okay? Talk about wingspan. This thing is wide as you can see. You go from one end, you can barely even see the wingtip on the other end. It's that big, that wide. Okay? Anyway, so we go from offloading 9 containers, maybe 12 containers most, to offloading 30. We're talking about 5 or 6 trips back and forth. Okay, now keep in mind it's a quick turn, and still keep in mind we have to offload pallets. So he basically corralled us to say, listen, here's what you're going to do. You're going to go grab these strings, offload these, drop them off there, disconnect it, run back, grab the string, let's offload these cans. Run them over here, disconnect it. Now, one of you guys, go grab those cans and run them for me. So they went ahead and ran them. Now, it would have been me, because I would have been in that color vest. Okay? Right there. I'll explain what this is for in a little bit. Okay? Just bear with me, but it's the same company, that's why I'm wearing this vest. Okay? And I'll explain why those are on the bed in a little bit. Stay with me. Okay? And so what ended up happening was we got all those off and we got those out pretty quick. Then we moved the loader from the cans over to where the cargo was, the pallets. So we opened up that door and we offloaded them. We're talking 10,000 pounds, 15,000 pounds. This is a lot of weight, guys. We're talking aircraft parts. We're talking manufacturing parts. We're talking power plant parts. You name it, okay? Heavy stuff. We're schlepping them on there all day, left and right. We talk about, my guns, and I have a fast metabolism, and I have a few conditions that won't show you the bulk of my workout, but trust me, all of this is from that, okay? And it would have been a lot skinnier, a lot thinner if I hadn't have done that. So I went from there, and they said, all right, one day, he gave me the sheet of paper, and he was basically... Okay, I don't have it with me. But he basically gave me a sheet of paper, and I unfolded it, and it was the load report. And he said, go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to step ahead of myself, guys. Guys, I know this is long. Please bear with me. I'm trying to give you these details so you understand how it all comes together. Okay? Focus. 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 With me? Good. So we did that. We pushed it out. We loaded everything up. Good to go. Removed all the chocks. Removed everything. We wing locked it out. Pushed it out. It was on its way. Now, we're ready to go eat. We are starving. So we went in there, had a bite, talked for about an hour, hour and a half. And it's time to load Etihad. Okay? Now, Etihad is sends its service to Abu Dhabi. Okay? And so when we did that, we loaded Abu Dhabi, okay, into Etihad. And then we removed the chocks, we pushed it out, and then we sent it out, and that was it. I called it a day, clocked out. A couple of months went by, and this guy about my age was like, hey, you know your stuff. I'm going to test you. You see that machine up there? Go up there, go inside the pit, and go look inside the pit. Memorize that. Study that. So I said, okay, yes, sir. So I went in and I studied all that. And then I went ahead and observed how he was running and planning all the flights. I said, okay, you see this? You see where these are supposed to go in these spots? And I'm going to tell the loader left because it goes on the left side. And then I'm going to rotate because it goes on the other side. So I'm going to point to these containers. I'm going to give him a direction. And he's supposed to know, put these on different sides because that's where the load planner wants these to go so it's balanced. These things have to be balanced front and back, side to side. Okay? So now with that, he said, all right, here's the paper. You do it. You guys, meaning me. You do it. Okay? Go ahead. I'll show you what to do. I don't know what you're waiting for. The clock is ticking. Come on. So I said, oh, shit. Insert funny word here. Okay? So I said, okay, how many tractors do I have? I have 3 tractors here, and I have 1 runner. I have someone here who knows how to work the cargo doors, and I have someone here who can use the loader. All right, you on the loader, you go to the baggage room, go grab our bags, our first string, bring it right back. Okay? You come with me. We already have a string here. I'm going to need you to grab this tractor and bring these over and load it. 1, boom, boom, boom. Okay? In that order. So he brought the loader over. We opened up the doors. Obviously, it's backwards. We opened up the door. Then we brought the loader up so we don't damage nothing. So we brought the loader over. We got everything loaded. The next string came out, and I said, okay. So I looked at it, looked at my paperwork. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? In that order. So we got up a second string. And then the third string, we only had like 3 cans left. So, okay. Boom, boom, boom. Doom, doom, doom. Okay, 1, 2, 3. That's it. Close it up. Let's go. Call it a day. I said, okay, you feel comfortable? Yeah. Okay, I'm here to tell you, you gotta go check it again. And I said, what do you mean, go check it? He goes, go check it again. So I went up this ladder and I looked in there. I said, oh, I forgot to tell him to make sure everything is good to go. I said, okay, now, before you close this, make sure it's all secure, make sure it's all closed, make sure it's all properly contained. I said, okay, we're good to go. So he locked it all up, we're good to go. I said, good job, you got it all right, we're good to go, we can go and send it out. So he pushed back, and we get all that, okay? A couple of days passed, and then we put me on the Avianca line. And so he put me on the Avianca line. Now I started to learn how to push back. So he taught me the verbal commands on how to push, okay? And I have a couple of colleagues have a video of me pushing, and I gotta tell you guys, my first job pushing, it's not that glorious. But everyone starts somewhere, okay? Luckily, they were able to stop the operation, take control, and push back correctly, okay? And there was nothing damaged. I can confirm, I can completely and confidently tell you guys that, okay? So, fast forward then to about 2017. I get a notification that a company known as Piedmont that works for American Airlines is hiring domestic carrier. They fly from Dallas. American. Different equipment, different people, new contract, all that good stuff. Fill it out, sign me up. Bingo, you're hired. Here's the catch. You gotta go to Dallas for training. A whole week and a half's worth. What? You're telling me I gotta go fly for my business? Sign me up. So, I'm gonna take this vest off. Okay? And for the sake of the video, guys, we're going to pretend that this is for the other airline. So I get a call back, I get my vest, and for this particular company, the vest color is orange. Now it means I'm new, okay? Most of the airlines, the vest colors indicate who you are and how high up you are in the company, with the exception of that one right there. That one, that color, okay? I was a new hire, so I was in training. I was an observational trainee, okay? And it says that, new hire on the back, okay? So I was with Piedmont. They put me on the ramp and all that, and I ended up saying, full disclosure, I already know half this stuff. You don't have to teach me, but I'll listen anyways, and just nod my head and say yes, okay? It's like the military. You don't tell them what you know, just nod your head yes and say yes sir, yes ma'am. That's it. Go to bed. Good night, okay? So then I started doing all that, and then this company taught me how to do the cabin cleaning. They taught me how to push. They taught me how to talk to the flight deck. They taught me how to tow, okay, from one gate to another. I did that one day, okay? And I'll tell you guys that story in a later bit, okay? That'll be in a whole nother video, okay? So then I worked for a while, and then I got rid of my orange vest, and I got into my yellow vest. And I got into marshalling, being able to bring in a plane, okay? But I had been exposed to marshalling because of a incident that occurred in this company, and I'll tell you guys that in another video, okay? So anyway, I was with Piedmont, okay, from 2017 on, okay? And then I worked, and I was like, ugh, I don't want to be burnt out. But guys, I'm burnt out. I was working 12-hour shifts straight through, okay? With a little bit of a break here and there, okay? And I'm like, I'm making all this money, but I want to learn new skills in a different branded carrier, an airline. Found out United Airlines was hiring, but for the express contract, aka Swissport, okay? Swissport Express. Sign me up, fill it out, I was hired on the spot, no questions. They loved my resume. They loved my my cover letter and everything. They were amazed to know what I knew. Okay, I was teaching everyone left and right, the ins and the outs, the tricks. Of my class, about 3 people remained there when I got to pass training. Unfortunately, the airlines don't have a good retaining rate. Okay, we don't retain a whole lot of employees, and I'm gonna get to the good and the bad of the airlines in another video, so you guys don't get bored. Okay. So, I found out that they were hiring. Okay, so we went to the other carrier, which was, and this is 2018. It's August, and I'm out riding my bike, and they said, "Come out. You're gonna start class within a week." So it's like August, 12th. So I'm already started August 12th, 2018. Okay. Yes. So I work with them. Okay. Now, they gave me a radio, they gave me my own scanner, they gave me my own tool bag, they gave me clearance to push. I became a team lead, okay? I became a team leader of this company, Swissport Express. We pushed out express routes, we pushed out quick turns, we pushed out all these other planes, okay? I was able to maintain integrity, professionalism, and a clear head. Okay, we did a whole lot of complications, diversions, we did quick turns, we did short staffs, we did winters, we did snows, we did rains, we did all that, guys. And so I stayed with them for a while, and then I found out this company, United Airlines, the mainliner, was hiring. And oh my goodness, what do you think I did? That's right. I tossed in my vest. And guys, 2020, March 2nd, just before COVID, I got hired for United Mainline. Okay? So you guys can see, this is the name on the back of my vest. Okay? Guys, this is a little dingy because I've had this for about 3 years now. But rest assured, I have a brand new one. Okay? Nice in color. You see that? Alright. So it's March 2020. I have my vest on. I'm now, learning how to push, learning how to marshal, learning how to use the cargo loader, downloading all these big flights, the 7.5, the 7.6, the 777, the 7.8, all that good stuff, okay? Now, I had learned how to download all of these planes except the 7.5 from prior contracts from Swissport, from Piedmont, from Swissport Express, okay? So I've been exposed to it, but not from United's point of view, their procedure. Guys, a little bit of a tidbit. All these airlines have different procedures and policies. Not all these planes are worked the same way, downloaded and uploaded the same way, and pushed out the same way. So you have to learn each and every tidbit from each and every airline, okay? But it's all the same principle. Do you understand here? So one company may want you to download it one way, one company may want you to download it the other way. Same plane, same configuration, same equipment, but just different procedure. You on the same ball game with me? Yes? Good. Okay. So then it became, let's see, fast forward 2021, and it's about April. Okay, April 2021. Got some time under my hands. Or no, it is September of 2020. Okay, or no, October of 2020. All right, so go ahead and keep that, in mind. Now, as you guys all remember, COVID hit us, and we had quite a bit of furloughs, quite a bit of layoffs, a bunch of people that quit their jobs, okay? Now, the airlines was actually needing to stay in operation to keep freight and goods and important people going, okay? Luckily for me, I found a new job. Menzies Aviation, okay? Now, this might look a little big on me, but guys, bear with me here. So, Menzies Aviation is a contractor, which means they do different services and products and goods and different stations based on where you are, okay? As you guys can also tell, not all these vests are the same. This is my mic clip right here, and this is my ID pouch right here. It's just plastic. It's a clear window plastic, okay? The back of my vest is Menzies Aviation. Now, this brand used to be known as ASIG before it got switched over to Menzies Aviation, okay? So I work with Menzies Aviation from was November 4th, funny enough, election day, November 4th, up until I got the call back. It's April 2021. Woohoo! I'm going back to the ramp for the airlines. Alright guys, are you ready? Alright, we're going back to United Airlines. We're going back as a regular United Airlines employee. Okay? Still on the ramp, learning my new skills, getting written off as the pushback operator, getting written off as the receiver, basically marshalling, all that good stuff. I have my earbuds right here. I have my pouch here for my radio, my pen pouch. My radio loop here, radio loop here, okay? All good to go, nice, clean. It's August 2022, okay? Or no, it is May 2022. Guess what? They want me to be a team lead, officially. I put in for it, and I got it. I don't have it on me today, but I'll show you another video. If you actually look at my other videos, you'll see the orange and you'll see the gray and all them, okay? That's what we as the leads have. And instead of it saying ramp, it'll say ramp lead down here, okay? That's it. That's how we are, and that's how we came to be today, all right? I appreciate you guys watching. That is how I went from being in retail to being a team lead for a major airline carrier. Alright? That goes to show you, don't ever give up. Don't ever think you're not worth it. And don't ever downgrade yourself. Alright? Because you can do it just like I did. Alright? Loving each and every one of you guys. Appreciate you watching my channel. Go subscribe to my other channels. Click up my homepage. You'll see up there or up there. You'll find some clickable links. Go check those out. Subscribe to those. There's cars. There's a motorbike. There's a photo. There's a life outside of work of me. And there is a review channel. I review products and goods and foods and all that good stuff. And drinks too. Alright guys. I appreciate you watching. And this is Toggle Brothers. I'm Sean. I'm out.